Welcome to F&I Today with Becky Chernek. Brought to you by eLend Solutions.
Office. And Brad, putting you on the spot, how are we making that happen?
Well, we hire great consultants like you, bring you into
Thank
the dealership, you spend 3 days with us, and we learn amazing things about what the future of F&I is. So thank you very much for coming to our store. If you haven't had this lady come to your store, please do that.
I set this whole thing up.
So, you know, even though we're in South Dakota, people might think that we're not as advanced, but that's not true. And the same things that apply in big metro markets are certainly applying in South Dakota. So we want to be out in front, like you've mentioned so many times in F&I. And if you give people enough choices, I heard that today, they'll just take the products from you. There's really no push.
Right.
Right?
And
Just give more information.
Right. And we had a lot of that conversation about where does that whole process begin as far as F&I getting involved earlier on, and how some of these guys are a little bit frigid about that. They're just unsure about when that whole thing starts.
That is so true, and it's hard for us in the car business that have been doing it for years to turn over the reins to the consumer and not let it be our process, but now their process, and let them drive, and they'll come to us.
Right, and that means that F&I has to kind of soften up on the reins a little bit, let go a little bit, and that is a really tough pill to swallow sometimes.
It's scary. We don't like that vulnerability in the car business where we don't have control, but by relinquishing the control, we actually get more control.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? That's
the psychology of that?
Yeah, and so we also talked about how you really want to get to that customer via online even. I mean, we talked about engaging, getting F&I people up at the desk, working at the desk, but we also talked about, too, the importance of online communication.
Absolutely. And that's something that we were lacking in, again, that you pointed out to us, is we were missing business because we weren't having that conversation when they wanted to have that conversation in the medium that they wanted to have that conversation in. Right. So it's been a tremendous learning curve, and it's invaluable what you've shed some light on. So we, again, thank you for that.
So, again, when we talk about, because I get a lot of pushback with this interview, meeting customers. And you don't even have to call it the interview so much, but the meet and greet, meeting the customer out at the salesperson's desk. I get a lot of grief, pushback that, maybe I don't want to go meet that customer there. I'll wait until the customer comes in with the F&I office. And we talked a lot about the importance of meeting the customer there.
Here's what I have found, that we teach salespeople that want to sell a car to do an interview and gather information and turn it into intelligence so that we can understand where the customer is going. Why are we not doing that in the F&I office, right?
Exactly.
So I would tell all the F&I managers in the world that you need to get on the horse with us and start doing interviews. Yeah, I know they're scary. I know it's foreign to you, but it's got to happen.
So I'm going to go ahead and put you on the spot a little bit.
I love it. Bring it on.
Here we go. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. So we have a lot of conversation lately, perception in the F&I department, meaning salespeople have this thing where they think their deals are getting cut for the sake of selling products on the back. And I think a lot of that is because we're not having that relationship building with our salespeople, or maybe even F&I people could do a better job in training.
Absolutely.
And salespeople.
Absolutely. The trust has to be there that I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to get your deal delivered at the maximum amount of profit that I can, and I'm on your side. So, let's not, can I say the word bastardize each other?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. It's all good. It's car business.
Okay. Let's get real. Let's have a real relationship and really be teammates.
And I think by getting out there and meeting with that customer earlier on is saying to the salesperson, you know what, we're all in together. Mm-hmm. We're changing the perception of that floor.
This is my customer too. Let's share them together and get them through the best experience we possibly can.
I actually used a word yesterday when I was speaking to some, I said the concierge, have that concierge feel to it.
That's a great word.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's really what we want to create, that concierge type feeling.
And that's what the customer wants to pay for, is a better experience.
Mm-hmm,
they will take the financial risk if you are the store or the dealership that has that experience for them that they can enjoy.
Absolutely, all day long.
Right?
So I couldn't agree with you more. And
yeah.
I think because when we do that, we're going to see selling more cars, which you're doing. You're doing a fabulous job, and also helping your store, to maximize those profits.
Got to have them.
Yeah, certainly do, don't we?
And more so than ever, as you know. So
that's for darn
got to
sure.
make those bucks.
Absolutely. Well, Brian, I want to thank you again for
You
being
are so
here
welcome.
this morning with me, and it's always a pleasure to work with you.
I appreciate it, Becky.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you.
Yes, dear. Thank you.
F&I Today, brought to you by eLend Solutions.
This has been a JBF Business Media production.